is beautiful. That was creepy.
Call it rising damp.
Never fear, we'll fix it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Grand Lady. And if you're new here, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. My name is Lindsay, and my husband Jim and I are renovating a 19th century Queen Anne Victorian in Syracuse, New York. In today's episode, we finally pick up the things we had stored at the LandBank. I can't wait to show you. Fireplace, cabinets. I'm pretty excited, but it really means we have a lot of work coming our way. Guess we kind of liked that. Also, Jim is working on the downstairs brick in the basement. He's repinning it. We'll find out what that means. We were also able to do some shopping while we were at the LandBank warehouse, so I've got that stuff to show you, and also some lovely things I found during our architectural salvage tour that I haven't yet shared with you. So let's just get started. I'm reorganizing my conics because we have some things to pick up that we purchased quite a while ago from the LandBank, sorry, that's Atticus. You want some attention? Hi, buddy. Just talking to our friends. Say hello. Anyway, looks like I've got quite a... I'm gonna have to give up some of my cardboard collection. Am I a hoarder? I got too much.
Admitting you have a problem is the first step, Lindsay.
I know you don't mean to, but you're blocking my view. I know you got issues, but I got my shit too. I don't wanna be your therapy no more. You don't wanna hear this, but it's you, it's not me.
It's really good to sort of be taking inventory again too, of all the things that I've purchased this last year to see what we've got going here. Got some mirrors and some frames, and I found 2 of these in pristine condition to go over our double vanity in the primary bathroom. And here's a sneak preview of the sinks I got. And this beautiful gilded mirror, I can't wait. I think I'm going to put it in the entryway on the wall that you'll see as you come in the front door. That's what I envision, but I won't really know until we're sheetrocked and all the finishing's done. This cabinet's from the basement. I'm refinishing it for use somewhere in the house. I think probably one of the bathrooms. Here's the bench I redid already. These are going all throughout the house. I have a whole collection of them. These are going into the kitchen over the island, and these are going in the entryway, and some in the downstairs bathroom. I got the sink for the coffee bar. And in planning the lighting, I forgot to include these. I forgot I had them, so I'm gonna have to try to figure out where to put those because they're gorgeous. Just really gorgeous. Get a nice look at that. Yeah. Okay.
Here we are. Every speck of weather is impeccable when you are near, and that's the truth, my dear. Here we are. Every speck of weather is impeccable when you are near, and that's the truth, my dear.
We're on our way to get our LandBank stuff. Are you excited, Jim?
I'm apprehensive, but excited.
Apprehensive? How come?
More stuff to store.
Oh, I'm just happy to be getting it. They've been storing it for a year. Oh my God. I am a hoarder. I have room in my conics.
You like having it in hand where you
I do.
can touch it.
Yeah, I can touch it and look at it. Be happy about it. My precious.
Those are good things. My precious.
That was creepy. I'm hoping to find 3 doors today that I really know I need. one pocket door for the upstairs primary bathroom and 2 doors for the downstairs, one for the bathroom and interior door, and one for the new larger back door that we're installing in the new back layout. So that's an exterior door. That's all I wanted to do that day because we had a lot to do. And I don't think there's room in my Connex. If you're in the area, you can get into the warehouse by appointment with Daniel at the LandBank. As you can see, it's not quite ready for public use. Hopefully we'll have a few more volunteer days to help them get it set up. It's going to be really great. She's beautiful. So excited to find one that matches the style of our house. Mostly the columns between our dining room and our living room. Look how amazing this is. Oh, this is so pretty. I can't believe it. Did I just notice these are one's up and one's down? I just noticed one of these has the grooves on the top and one of them has the grooves on the bottom.
I guess that must be a feature.
That's odd. This piece I'm going to use for the center of the build out for the closet in the primary bedroom. She's a beaut. And this is going to be the new back door. I love the trim on this. I think the way it was set up here, it's on the outside of the door, but I think I'm going to try to make it the inside of the door. We'll see how that goes. And this is the one I chose for the pocket door for the primary bath. I love it. I think it's going to be just beautiful. Somehow, I didn't get any video of the door we got for the downstairs bathroom. It's a rather large door down there. Strangely enough, what we ended up getting is a big pocket door that we're going to cut down to size. It's going to be a big, heavy door with a big brass knob on it, and I think it's going to be great. You'll get to see it when I pull it out to refinish it. It's pretty heavy, so I might wait until then. Hope that's all right with you. Looks like I've got my work cut out for me.
For the past year, this beam on the south end of the house has been sitting on a temporary blocking, the wood block up here. And it's time to put in a permanent repair here. So these blocks are going to go away and be replaced with masonry. I've put a column on here sitting on a bottle jack and raised the beam up off of the temporary supports so we can insert the masonry work. After I jacked it up, I removed those wood blocks and cleaned up the top of this support column. You can see the mortar beds are really thick that are used here. And there are key bricks here and here that go back into the chimney assembly to hold this whole thing tight and keep it from tipping out. So I don't want to lose those. This brick was broken, so I've just cleaned it up and removed the mortar bed underneath these. Got to fit into this with the right amount of height so that when we lower the beam down, it's sitting level. We need to know exactly how high to build this new masonry structure so that when it's complete, the beam will rest on it exactly level. We need to establish where level is at the bottom of this beam so that we know where to build the masonry to. And to do that, I've jacked the beam into exactly the place we want it to be at the end. Bubble nicely centered here. And I'm going to step back and set up a laser to mark the bottom of it. Okay, got the laser mounted on the support pole, and you can see it's just a little bit high. This mounting pad for the laser has a little adjustment on the side of it. We can crank the laser up and down just a little bit until we get it where we want it. There it is, right on the corner at the bottom. So now we want to mark the chimney right there where that laser beam is, and that's what we're going to build the masonry structure to. As I'm cleaning this off, I find that there's a mortar bed, has a lip right here, exactly in line with the laser. That's the top of that mortar bed. The old guys had it right spot on when it was built originally. going to take the wire brush off this little angle grinder and put on this concrete cutting blade. It has diamonds in a matrix on it for cutting concrete and brick. Laser on, and there we go, right across the top of that block. Love it. Okay, I've finished out the top of this column. It's type S mortar. Takes a while to solidify and develop strength, so I'm going to keep it on the jack post for about a week, actually. We probably don't need to keep it up there that long, but I'm going to anyway. The type S mortar will be stronger than the original lime mortar and at least as strong as the new cement units that are in there. So you can get up here and you can see the clearance across the top. We've got our top clearance, beams jacked clear. As soon as that hardens up, we should have a long-lasting column repair. Next thing I'm going to do is repair this brickwork at the bottom. Some of these bricks were the wrong ones. They're not kiln fired, and you can see with the moisture in the basement they have over the years been deteriorating. I'm going to parge coat those. Before I do that, I'm going to go get some bonding agent. I just washed these off. I'm going to get some bonding agent and saturate them with that. It's latex compound that helps bond some cementitious material onto another surface. And then parge coat these. That's a thin layer over where we'll fill in the voids that are here and then smooth it out over the surface. There's actually 3 different types of bricks you can see here. These red ones that have deteriorated or not fired to the high temperature that, for example, this red brick was, and they're more susceptible to moisture. These yellowish ones are fire brick. They've been fired very, very hot. But these red ones are more porous and absorb water, and the house sat vacant for a couple of years before we bought it, and no heat. So the moisture from the basement floor coming up into the brick, call it rising damp, that got moisture into the bricks, and then when it would freeze in the winter, the moisture would expand and that would break the brick. And we'll patch this with a material that's stronger than the original brick, and then after that's done, I'm going to go over this with a thin coat of mortar called parging. All of the lime wash that's on the upper sections is all tight. It's only from about waist high on down that we've had a problem here with the rising damp. Well, I'm curious about whether that white covering on the chimney in the basement is paint or whether it's lime wash. I'd kind of like to think it's lime wash, which helps to retard mold growth. I'm not sure, so I think what I'm going to do is I picked up some of the flakes from down there, and if it's lime wash, then it should react with vinegar, foam up and release carbon dioxide. If it doesn't react, then we'll know it's paint. Well, there we go. You see that bubbling down there? We've got lime wash.
So Jim keeps saying type S mortar. If you don't know what type of mortar you need, here's a handy chart that explains some of the types of mortar.
Next, a loose slurry of type S mortar and concrete bonding adhesive in a bucket. I want it to be pretty watery. Slurry coat applied. In the bucket, the sand settles to the bottom of that slurry, and you can use the lighter liquid on places that are smooth, like here, and then reach into the bucket with your brush and pick up some of the sand and make a little thicker paste to go into the areas where the damage was most egregious and rough, which are badly spalled, and give them a little bit more sand in the mix, and that will help hold those spalled layers together. Now we'll back off and let this rest overnight, and then we'll come back tomorrow and fill in the holes with type S mortar.
Now we're gonna flip it over and see what the top looks like, the inside of the sink that's enameled. I didn't really look at it that close because I really wanted the sink, so my goal is to just repair spots that need repaired and not refinish the whole thing, but I guess we'll find out what we need to do.
Oh damn, I've been feeling something for you lately, and I am trying so hard to just stay cool. Oh man, I think I might be going crazy, 'cause all I really, really want is to be with you. And I'm like, I'm saying we're just friends, but thinking you're my man. And baby, if you knew, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine, but I'm scattered with you.
Looks like we've got some pretty significant rust on this. I'm not sure how deep it is though. It doesn't feel that deep actually. It doesn't feel pitted, but it's definitely in underneath the enamel. And then there's this joint's rusted, but this one's not. We've got some worn enamel areas. Not sure if you can see that on camera, but this has been washed several times. Oop, there's still more goop coming off, so it looks like the enamel is worn off down here. Maybe not. Hard to tell. Looks like the enamel's a bit worn in there. There's a big spot over here that looks like it's been worn off. Some spots in the front. So it's a little bit all over. It looks pretty rough, but never fear, we'll fix it. So I guess the question is, looks to me like we should do the whole thing. Do we want to do it ourselves, or do we want to get a professional? Doing the bottom was one thing. It was just a lot of labor and a lot of learning. Basically, it just needed to be painted and the rest gone. It didn't really have to look that good. Just the part in the front that will be hanging down, but you can kind of see the green there. But this is the working surface, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna go learn about it. I've already watched a few YouTube things on repairing a enamel sink, but this seems like a lot, so I'm gonna have to learn a bit more. And if I had to bet on it today, I'd say I probably will get someone to do it who's done it before. But you know, I don't know, I might give it a try or learn about it some more to see if it's something I really think I could do well the first time. We'll see. Unfortunately, this week we don't have a Randy report. We've had some poor air quality days in Syracuse this week, so we've been having to lay low. But next week he'll be back. And for those of you who are on Facebook, I started a Grand Lady page with their new setup. It's going to have bonus content that you won't find here on our channel. You can find the link on our YouTube homepage, or I'll put the link in the description box as well as all the other things I talked about in this episode. So, if you've had a good time, please hit the subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. We've got so many projects we're doing this summer, and hopefully by the end of this year we'll be moving into the house. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!